forgot, she told us.
I just assumed she'd be here.
Yeah.
Alright, I am Savannah, and
I'm Joe Krowski and I'm a senior here.
I'm a junior, and the fun fact about me is I have a pet rabbit named Jack.
Fun fact about me was, and also the reason why I joined here was, I did astronomy last year and I loved it, I absolutely loved it, but I had a lot of complications, I got sloppy with my work and I just wasn't happy with myself, and Ward, he knows how upset I was, so I came back here to prove myself again, and so far I've been really happy with getting this second chance to not only build more on my knowledge of the universe, but also to help expand your knowledge of the universe and maybe even blow your minds, just like mine was.
Alright, so my astronomer was George Gamow. So this is a little bit about him. He was born March 4th, 1904 in Odessa, Ukraine. He died August 19th, 1968 in Boulder, Colorado. He's Ukrainian-American. He was a theoretical physicist and cosmologist, and he was largely self-taught due to the bombing of World War I. He learned in a local gymnasium because they didn't have a school, and they didn't have an opportunity to go, mostly because it was being continually bombed. So some of his major work was he predicted cosmic background radiation, and he also presented the hydrogen and helium levels in the universe where they were currently, and this helped add important support to the Big Bang Theory. He was forced to flee to the United States with his wife. They made 2 attempts, first over the Black Sea and then from Murmansk to Norway. Both attempts were made by kayak, and both attempts failed due to very poor weather. Their third and final successful attempt was made in Brussels in 1933 at the Solvay Conference, where they finally defected to the United States. When he made it to the US in 1948, he and one of his students, Ralph Alpher, wrote a paper on that outlined the present levels of hydrogen and helium in the universe. They entitled it The Origin of Chemical Elements. He also added another physicist named Hans Bethe to the paper. He had absolutely nothing to do with it, but a little fun fact was he thought that adding his name sounded more interesting because all 3 of their names sounded like the first 3 letters of the Greek alphabet: Alpha, Beta, Gamma.
That's funny.
So this paper also outlined the cosmic microwave background radiation, and it also proposed a cooling universe. So, the cooling universe. They proposed, it started out as a neutron fluid, which was the heaviest thing that they could think of. As it would break down, it would create protons and electrons, and then it's a very, I don't even totally understand the whole concept, but
It's very complicated.
it is very, very complicated. So as it would expand and cool, everything would kind of collect together, and it would form hydrogen and helium, kind of like Dippin' Dots and create little bits and pieces, which led to the creation of literally everything. And then, of course, the capture of the neutrons would create your heavier elements like lithium and carbon. So.
And of course I had Penzies and Wilson, Robert